Hello everyone, and this is a video to tell you how you can upload your files that you need, right, to your AWS master node or to your cluster. And there are basically two techniques. First, you can use the AWS S3 bucket, right? That would be one technique that I would prefer to use because I feel that is quite easy. And of course, in order to do that, okay, let me prepare the screen. And you need to set up a new bucket and upload the file to AWS, and then you download it on your master node. So to do that, you go to S3 under services, and you see some of you may have something there. Most of you would have nothing there yet. I think it's okay. Let me see what is there. Okay, there is a file. Okay, maybe let's quickly fast forward this part to where we can create, because this folder don't really have anything of interest. It's actually created for something else. So let's go a little bit quickly to the demo of creating a bucket. Okay, so first click on create bucket, and you will come to the part where you can give a meaningful name, and let's assume IS33134 minus upload. Okay, maybe just upload and see whether it works. You probably don't have to change the region, keep it there, because your account would not allow you to use any other region anyway. Don't have to do anything on settings, and you want to uncheck this option so that people from the public can access and download the file. You can also keep the bucket secured while the file, okay, you can make it available. That could work, but let's for simplicity's sake, right, it's read only, so maybe just keep it as unchecked, and then later I'll tell you how you can configure. Select also the part that you can acknowledge and say yes, I am going to allow public access, so you have to select that. And next you can look at versioning. If you want that, you can select enable, but we'll just keep it as disabled. Tag is optional, right? Only if you want to have an easy search by tag, then you might want to turn it on. And you can see other options, we just keep it as default. And even the advanced setting, we can also keep it as default and keep it as disabled. So once you are sure everything is okay, click create bucket. Okay, one last round, create bucket, and see, oh, okay, so capital letter is not allowed, so let's change it to upload small, and maybe let's just put a hyphen there, right, to make it more readable. So let's go down and click create, and there we go, it works. So now you can see a new bucket has been created, so click into it, you can then do something. Okay, so this is the bucket name, IST3134 minus upload. There's no files inside at this moment, so you want to now upload your first file. So let's assume, let's take one of this file and say maybe one of the txt from EndNote. Let's upload that file. Okay, you wouldn't want to choose any of the PPK because that's the file you wouldn't want to go to the wrong hands, but the text file is good, right? There are all the text created from EndNote, right? So let's just drag and drop. So you can see even at the bucket, when you put drag and drop, it will automatically lead you to the file upload page, right? So this is where you see the file is there, 2.9 megabyte, and the rest are as pre-configured. If you're ready, you can click upload, and it will be on its way to S3 bucket. So you can see it's uploading, right? Take a while, and very soon it's going to be done uploading. A bit more, and it's done. So click on close. You can now see the file is available there. Okay, so in order to use the file, okay, there are one more step that you need to do. Let's just take a look at the technique. So if you go to outside, when you come in, you go to the new bucket, you will see there's a file created, right? It is there. If you click on upload again, and you may add the same file for the second time. Let's just try that. This is also another way. instead of dragging directly to your bucket, you click on upload and then you come here. You can also click add files and use the Windows Explorer to look for the file and select it. But of course here we don't have to do it. Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, you can now select the file we have defined, click upload, and you can see it's being uploaded. And since this file has the same file name, it will actually overwrite the previous one. Right, so you can see there's still only one single file, so it doesn't duplicate. Okay, so when done, what you want to do is that you want to allow people to download this file. And you're not going to download it from your computer, but you want to download it on your cluster. So you click and go into the file. You can see there are instruction given or information talking about where it is. This is the URL that you want to copy. It has also the versioning warning since you turned off versioning or you didn't choose, so it's really no problem. Yeah, and what you need to do is to look at permission, and you can see these are the different permissions by default. So you will want to click on the edit, right, so that you can change the file permission, and you would like to click on read so that you allow people to read the file. You can also allow read object ACL, but I think I'll leave it unchecked. So let's just make sure the object can be read. People can download it, that's good enough. And once done, you can go down to the options. Okay, and you can see agree, you understand, and next thing you click save changes. With this, now this file should be accessible, so you would like to cross-check, right? And if it's as we have decided, I think that is ready, then you can go back to properties and you may want to copy the link. The S3 URL, let's try, maybe we can copy it. Okay, you probably don't want to do that. So even you have copied, let's just show you, it wouldn't work. So if you put -wget and you click, you get the S3 link, but the normal Linux system doesn't recognize it. So if you run it, you say it couldn't find the file, which is a fine thing. Okay, let's go back. We don't need to do it through S3, so let's do it through a normal HTTP URL. So right click and copy it. Okay, copy link address. Now go back. At this folder, if you want to download it, go to wget, right click and enter. And you see very fast it has been downloaded and you have the file now. Let's do a ls and look at the file name. And you can see this file has been successfully uploaded or downloaded on your master node. And from here on, you can continue with the steps that you need to do in order to get ready for your Hadoop analysis. So this is one way that you can do this, by using upload to S3, then copy the file name link and make sure permission is checked so that people can really access the file and download using wget on your console. Another way is to use this tool called WinSCP. Right, it's a I think a tool that you can download for free, and it's using SSH as a backend for you to download the file. So you can go there, click on download, and look for the download link. You can of course download the installer, but maybe a better way is to use the portable version. And the benefit of using portable executable is you can even save this file on, let's say, a USB flash drive, and you can bring your flash drive everywhere, and you can use WinSCP directly from a flash drive. Well, for me, there's no installation needed, so let's try this version. So let's go to the normal folder that I would usually download files, save it. You will need to extract it. So let's extract this on the same folder. Okay, and you can see you have it ready. So what you need to do is to double click on it and you can execute the file. and you see on the left hand side is your local folder, and now you would like to configure connection to your master node just like how you do it for your PuTTY. So same thing, let's go back to the AWS dashboard, right? Let's go to EC2 and copy the IP address. Remember, whenever you start a stop instance, it will get a new IP address, which is normal. Okay, so take a look at this and then go and copy the IP address. Okay, go try to copy again, and now you're going to configure this. That's how you do it normally. So you might want to put Ubuntu, add the IP address. Okay, and is there any options? No, I don't think so. So change it to SCP so that you use the right protocol. And you can see that even the username Ubuntu has been transferred, because that Ubuntu add convention actually means it's Ubuntu at this machine. Okay, you might want to save it as a file. Okay, with or without the IP is really okay, it's just the name. And to do something, what you need to do is go to advanced to add the PPK key. Don't forget, right? With that, then you can log on to the server as Ubuntu. So go there as usual, look for authentication under SSH and select and look for your PPK file, right? So I have this key pair that I've selected earlier. So you want to click on it and at your favorite folder, look for the PPK file. And for us is the SLI mail key pair. And we're done. So with this, you double check and then you can now go back, right? Not select them, but press OK. And now you can see it's ready. Save it. The IP address, you may have to change it again when you stop and restart the instance when you get a new IP. So this is something that you also have to be mindful that the IP may change every round. So when you're ready, click login, and you can see you will try to log into your server as Ubuntu. First time it will ask you for confirmation, standard procedure. And at this point, you can see it's gonna take some time to log in. But once done, then you are ready to copy the files. Now you are in the Ubuntu folder, home folder, and let's find the file. Okay, let's find the file. The same file. Let's look for the Smart Farm text file and upload it to the server. So what you need to do is to change your directory. And let me try go up one level. Okay, maybe let's swap from C to D. Yeah, okay, there we are. That's the file you would like to. So you might want to drag and drop, or you may want to just copy and go to the other side and press paste. Okay, and that's how you copy a file from your local machine and copy it to a remote server, and this round by using WinSCP. So at this point, you should have the file uploaded, and you can even cross-check if you have PuTTY started. Okay, once done, go to PuTTY. Of course, you have to change yourself back to Ubuntu. Okay, the file is uploaded to the home directory of Ubuntu and not Hadoop. Yeah, so that's CD to go to home and have a look at the directory. You can see now the smart farming file has been uploaded. Okay, so to prove that this thing really worked, maybe let's just change the name. Maybe I call it test 1. And you can see once this has been updated, the other side would have given a new name. Okay, do you see test 1 has been there? And this will be the slightly tricky part. You need to move this file into the user Hadoop. Okay, the file is now with Ubuntu and you may not be able to access it as Hadoop from Hadoop's home folder. So you need to copy it. if you just simply copy it to the folder of Hadoop, you should get an error because you have no permission to write as Ubuntu. That's how the system protects people from simply writing or taking over the system. But you can always do it as the super user, right? That will give you the permission. So you can see copying works here. And next thing, you would probably want to have a look. You can still list them. So normally you cannot write, but you can have a look. So let's have a look. You can see test 1 is there, but it is there as Hadoop, as root user, right? Because you use sudo as root user, you copy it over, therefore it inherited the root user access. So next thing, you may want to copy this code, which is use chown Hadoop, and remember to put sudo at the beginning, and the file name. So put /home Hadoop ist3134 and test1. Okay, once done, you can now have a look at the directory, and you should see now test1 has the user of Hadoop. So doing this way is slightly longer because you have to make sure the file can be transferred to Hadoop's user account. Okay, but if you know the step and you're familiar with the command, you can also do this. So once you change into Hadoop, now if you look at your directory, you will see both files are available in the folder. So let's do MapReduce. Okay, if you go into the folder and you do a listing, you will see all the files there, including Smart Farming, and also, do you see test1? Right, it's up there. So with this, you have successfully uploaded both files using 2 techniques to your master node, and now you can use it, okay, to do the work. You may want to try to upload as Hadoop, right? To log in as Hadoop in WinSCP, that wouldn't work. Alright, so all in all, today you have a video that I've shown you how you can use 2 techniques to bring a file. You can use S3 and use the S3 bucket to upload a file to AWS S3 and then download it from your Hadoop master node. So that is one technique that you have seen at the beginning of this video. And secondly, you can then use the WinSCP technique, okay, where you will have to first upload the file to Ubuntu's home directory, that's WinSCP, and later making sure that you know how to use chmod and copy it from Ubuntu user to make it accessible for the Hadoop user. For me, that's a little bit more complicated. It's not impossible when you know how to do it, but these are 2 ways. Okay, have fun!